you doing? Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2013, streaming at you on IGN and youtube.com/E3. Our next game is one of the most unique games you'll ever see. Yeah. Let's go with unique. Prepare yourself because it's time for some Saints Row 4.
Thank you, Naomi. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm a big Saints Row fan, so you know I'm excited for this next demo.
Right on.
Saints Row 4. I got to see Saints Row the last time at PAX East. Got to see the superpowers, the dubstep gun. What are we going to see today?
All right, so we brought 45 minutes of footage. We have to cram down to 10.
Okay.
So we're going to see now a clip of the player being presidential inside the White House. And then after we see a little bit of this, we're then going to go and take you into the open world so you can start seeing some open world mayhem with superpowers, all the different toys that you may have seen at PAX.
Made some changes to the White House, I see.
One or two. My favorite part's about to be coming up. So we have Ben King, he's your chief of staff. He's a returning character from Saints Row 1, and then Pierce Washington is your press secretary. So we have Director of Communications, I should say. We have a Tiger, it's a new addition, it's a good time. This is kind of our West Wing walk and talk homage. We're big Aaron Sorkin fans at Volition, so it was nice to give a little bit of a news toss. And here, you are about to get an opportunity to go and shape the world.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, I think you can.
Where are we in the game at this point?
This is early in the game. The first mission, we kind of go and show you how you become president, and This is a mission after that we get to go and finally be president. We're coming up on our Vice President, Keith David.
Yes.
And now he's going to pose a choice for you. This is very important. Are you going to cure cancer, or are you going to solve world hunger?
Do we get to choose this choice?
You do. You have to make a choice. This is very important.
Let's go with cancer. We gotta go with cancer.
There we go. So, cancer has been saved. So it was a lot of fun developing this, trying to imagine what would the player be like as the leader of the free world. And it's kind of fun because, initially it seems a little crazy. We kind of joke around that being the president is the most normal part of Saints Row. And it's kind of a logical through line. In the beginning of the game. Saints Row 1, you're a gang member. Saints Row 2, you're a gang leader. Saints Row 3, you're a leader of pop culture icon. So now, of course, you become leader of the free world.
Yeah.
So that's some executive orders. And now another returning character, Josh Burke, the star of Nightblade, who is everybody wants to know if you want to hang out at Camp David and party with him. We'll see if Dave makes the right choice.
Yeah.
Camp David. So, Oleg, chief of security, bringing some justice in the world. And you're going to get this tease of this. We want to go and start showing off how the Zin arrives. It's kind of our heralding our entrance of our bad guys.
Okay.
So Kinsey's the press secretary.
Seeing a lot of familiar faces here.
What?
We're seeing a lot of familiar faces.
Absolutely.
And I quote, "I'm the patron saint of America. We should probably look into changing the Pledge of Allegiance to one
So we don't have audio actually here on stage. What am I missing?
What are you missing?
Yeah.
So basically what's happening is Kinsey is just having to field a bunch of questions because the player put his foot in his mouth, declaring himself to be the patron saint of America, and they should change the Pledge of Allegiance to be one nation under him. And they're taking some flack for it. Shawnee says that they've been visited by Matt Miller and Asha. Matt Miller was a returning villain from Saints Row 3, but now it's been years later, so he's a member of MI6. And Asha Odekar is an MI6 agent who works in tandem with him. And they're in the White House. They have good intel that says that they're about to be attacked by aliens. And true enough, here comes the Zin. This here is Zinyak. He's the leader of the Zin Empire. He's an erudite, gentlemanly bad guy. He loves Shakespeare and Jane Austen, single malt scotches and fine wine.
He's got good taste.
So he's kind of this a very delightful rake who runs with elegance and fear. And here, of course, he grandstands, announces that the people should bend down, and only the best and brightest will find salvation within the Zin Empire, to which Kinsey points out that she is the best and brightest of the Zin Empire.
So they're going to take her up.
So they're going to grab her. And this is where we start having to go and defend the White House, as the player will go and take matters into his own hands. So basically, one by one, your colleagues become abducted by these aliens, and then this sets the stage as you get brought into the simulation that you have to go and free them and bring your cabinet back together to go and stop this alien mess. So, priority number one, of course, is getting to your Oval Office so you can go and find safety.
So we just have a pistol here?
Yeah, it's just a pistol for here. And so this is Asha. She is the MI6 agent that they were talking about. She's explaining that Keith David ran ahead, so you have to go and find some weaponry to go and defend the White House. Of course, the Oval Office, Johnny Gatbus goes and decides to go and get some toys and start bringing justice to the world. And from here, you go and you have to go and fend off the invasion at the White House. But we're going to want to go and show you some of the open world superpower stuff, because I think we're going to start taking to that next point here, so you can get a sense of what it's like once you start having.
Now, Saints Row is a lot about customization, right?
Absolutely.
So the player's president probably won't look anything like that, right?
Of course, it could be a man or a woman.
Yeah.
Over here you can see a virtual rendition of Steelport. We totally went through and we vamped all of the rooftops and being a whole new type of a gameplay. We want to have there's a lot more verticality. You leap over buildings, you fly through the air. There's a thing called Death from Above, where you can go and strike with superhuman speed to go and obliterate things around you. Running through cars and whatnot. Now, we of course have these powers already unlocked, so you can go and just kind of get a taste of it. But you unlock these as you progress through the game. One of the things that you'll get a chance to go and do is around the world find lots of hidden objects that you use as a currency to fuel these superpowers. So, like in the beginning, you'll be able to lift up a person with with telekinesis. But then, as you start equipping, you can upgrade that to pick up cars or tanks to catch things in the air and then throw them mid-air as well. This is one of our new weapons, the Black Hole Gun. Creates a mini singularity that sucks things inside of it for maximum destructive force.
At what point in the game do you start getting these superpowers?
Well, after you get abducted, the dubstep becomes a favorite. After you get abducted, you're put inside this virtual simulation, and that's when you kind of learn you can break free and start breaking the rules of simulation and gaining your superpowers. And it was really important for us that we start giving you these things relatively early, because we want you to go and play with them and have fun.
Yeah.
But then as you progress through the story, we unlock, powers along the way. But in the open world, we let the player go and choose what sort of upgrades they want for it. So for instance, you could go and know, if I want to pick up a new version of telekinesis, if I do this activity, I can go and improve it in this way. This is another new power we're showing off called Buff. Basically, it creates this aura of flame around you whenever you walk by a pedestrian, they ignite. And also whenever you shoot a gun, it ignites people on fire as well at range. So you kind of create this nice back and forth with that. And some of our aliens on their alien jet bikes, they can hover around and find you wherever you go.
Lots of propaganda
Of course.
placed around the city. Trust us, accept rule.
Absolutely. There's a lot of we have a lot of fun with our alien overlord. Zinyak is a DJ on the radio, trying to go and lull you with his imagination for what he believes Earth should go and be like, and his vision of Earth culture. It's a lot of fun. It's a real interesting bad guy to go and create. If you notice though, like the Zin there, you're finding some guys on foot. They also have those jet bikes. There's actually more enemy variety in the Zin army than we've had in any previous Saints Row game as far as enemy types. There's more variety in that one gang and one group than in all three gangs in Stag combined from Saints Row the Third. So we have enemies that come at you in lots of different ways. They have portals that will open up behind you to find you. Many different types of robots that you have to go and face. It creates a very different dynamic as far as chaos, and you're doing the open world.
What was the little icon that popped up in the middle of the screen?
Oh, that's him selecting a new power. So he was switching between. You can switch on the fly between Stomp, which is that radial blast that you've been seeing, or an ice attack, or telekinesis. Obviously wall running and whatnot. So like here he switched to his ice power, and he's going to try to bring down that ship by turning it to ice. Cause it to crash down, unfortunately, on himself.
And you can drive all these vehicles?
Absolutely. We have went through a lot of work to make sure that we have lots of fun vehicles for you to go and play. So much of the game is spent, running through the world, just leaping over buildings, that whenever we added a vehicle, we wanted to make sure it was a meaningful one that would be fun for gameplay.
Nice. It looks like so much fun.
It's a good one, yeah.
I can't wait to play this one. It's out August 20th?
August 20th
Right.
on PC, and PS3, and Xbox 360.
Awesome. Thanks so much for bringing it by.
Thank you, sir.
Back to you, Naomi. Oh my gosh, I totally left.
Man, that's okay. I am going to be playing a lot of that game when it comes out. How about you guys? Are you excited for Saints Row's return? Well, tweet at IGN with the hashtag E32013 and let us know what you think. I'm sure there's a lot of opinions on that game. Okay, next up, we're going to go from colorful superpowered beings to colorful superpowered beings. Easy segue on that one. The Wonderful 101 is next.